Okay, so shall we start? So, yes, so let's start with our RTP discussion. And guys, this discussion is going to be really fast because I don't want to take too much of your time at this point of time when you guys are studying for the exam. I don't want to spoil your time by discussing something else other than the intention of this RTP. So it's going to be very, very, very fast. And let's revise the topic also while discussing the questions. Okay. So guys, let's start. Promote me. No, come on, come on, come on. Life is a race. Run, 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 run. All good? Can we start? Yes. I don't know how many of you have already gone through RTP. If you have already gone through, well and good. If not, now we'll take this maybe approximately 2 hours or 2 hours 15 minutes. Let's completely finish off the question, except two chapters. One is digital audit, another is emerging area. Except these two chapters, all the questions are indirect or little bit of twist and turns. These two chapters, emerging and digital audit, it's direct question. Other than these two, rest all question we'll discuss. Okay. So let's start. Okay. So the first question, I hope you can see the screen. Yes. So the first question, it starts with the case study scenario, that integrated case study question. You already know, right? Just see the size of the question. It runs into 2 pages. Okay. So when such big question comes, I think all of you already know there is some technique. What we will read from the question and then connect it with the paragraph. Now, there is no issue if you read from beginning to end. But the thing is, you might lose the time. So can we follow that approach here? Okay. So I'm directly going to the question. Fine. First question. On the basis of above facts, you are required to answer the following. Okay. The audit team of BCD and Co. were not sure which materiality to choose to evaluate the effect of identified misstatements on audit and uncorrected misstatement, if any, on FS in order to form the opinion and to conclude as to whether auditor has obtained reasonable assurance whether FS are free of material misstatement due to fraud or error. You are required to guide the audit team. But when you read this itself, materiality. Can you say materiality? Which essay is it? Come on, we'll revise. Materiality is essay 320. But we have not read the case study. So we are going to directly the options. When you see the options, just see the common word SPF. I mean, special purpose financial statement, special purpose financial statements, special purpose financial statements. Eda, which standard came to your mind when you heard about SPF? General purpose financial statements, special purpose financial statements. Very good. SA 800. But if it is general purpose financial, which standard will come to your mind? It is 700 series, 700. Now, here, why they are referring to SPF? Now, we will just scroll up. See, just scroll up. The company, the financial statements are prepared in accordance with Dutch GAAP. Dutch GAAP. As per the terms and conditions of a specific contract. In SA 800, Dutch GAAP specific contract. Can we say this contract means it is intended user? Is that right? If I say like this, a specific user, isn't it for the intended user? Now, we have already learned in essay 800 that materiality, will it be same or different from the usual materiality? Materiality for this intended user and materiality for the general purpose, will it be same ditto? It will not be same tinta, it will be different. Why? Because for the usual financial, we take which user? Maklai, come on. Essay 320 we have learned, we use common user. Whereas in essay 800, materiality means, is it common users, Pulare? Is it common users? No, it is mainly specific users or intended user. Are we clear with this? So can you read out the option and then you try to identify? And I'm here to help you out and we are here to revise. So let's go together. Okay. In case of special purpose FS, management may agree with the intended user on the threshold below which misstatements identified during the audit will not be corrected or otherwise adjusted. The existence of such threshold does not relieve the auditor from the requirement of SA 320. Can you say whether this statement is correct or incorrect? What this statement said, the materiality for the intended user will be much below the usual materiality. But this does not relieve. Relieve means reduce the responsibility of auditor from usual materiality. This statement seems to be correct. Okay, but still let's quickly read through BCD. Makla answer is seems to be A, but let's read through BCD. In case of special purpose FS, management may agree with the users below which misstatement will not be corrected or adjusted. Existence of such threshold is sufficient. Makla, only that is sufficient. He need not see SA 320. Is it correct or incorrect? It both has to be seen. So answer is not B. It is incorrect. For the general users, 320 has to be seen. And for the intended user, here lower materiality has to be seen. C. In case of SPF, misstatements on consideration of financial needs of intended users are considered material. However, auditor needs to follow the terms as per the contract. Okay, materiality is as per contract or materiality is as per 320. Makla, only thing is it is as per the contract, FS are prepared. Materiality is always as per SA 320, whether it is general purpose or special purpose. So it's not C neither. Auditor is required to comply with each requirement of SA unless in the circumstance of audit, the entire SA is not relevant or requirement. Right? That's not the answer. So answer is A. Are we clear with the first question? So guys, can we have a little recap of essay 800? Just one sentence recap would do. Essay 800, there are two types of framework. I mean, comparison. General purpose framework, special purpose framework. General purpose framework is as per essay 700. Special purpose framework is as per 800. In 800, auditor will consider the requirement of 200, 320, risk assessment 315, all the requirements are there. But it is not the same. Why? Because here it is different user. Like it can be a legal authority, it can be a contract, it can be a creditor, intended user. But if one is clear, can we go to 2? Come on, come on, come on, come on. 2. Mr. Manish, the audit manager of BCD and Co., objected the insertion of other matter para, OMP, in audit report, according to him, there is no such requirement to insert other matter para to disclose the use of SPS. Whether contention of Mr. Manish is in order. But again, this question is also referring to SPS. So, it is essay 800. Now, in 800, reporting requirements are there. You remember, guys, in reporting requirement, we will say intended user, restriction on, all those things are there. We will add 2 paragraphs. Both EOMP and OMP we will add. EOMP, emphasis of matter para, OMP, other matter para, as per essay. It is as per essay 706. Why EOMP? Why OMP? Can I know the difference? It's a thin line of difference. EOMP is added mainly to, very good, alert the users that users say the financial which you are looking after is prepared after Dutch gap. To alert the users that the financial which you are using is prepared as per Dutch, meaning SPS. Now, why OMP is inserted, guys? Very good. Other matter paragraph is inserted mainly to clarify, not about FS, other matter, about auditor's responsibility, that we are doing the audit of SPS, our responsibility. And if it is about FS, that FS is prepared as per SPS, it is EOMP. Our responsibility, that we are doing the audit of so and so, our responsibility, then it is Evde, where, enge, OMP. See, either case, it is as per essay 706 only. So can you guys, even without looking into the option, can you say the answer? Here, auditor wants to say to the users that this financials is prepared as per SPF. So where it has to be stated? Is it in other matter para? Or is it in key audit matter? Or is it in emphasis of matter para? Or auditor shall mention in management responsibility? Very good. So this is in EOMP. So which is the answer? Very good. So the option is B. Had it been auditor's responsibility to conduct this, then the answer would have been A. There is an illustration in ICA material. In that, they have put it as other matter para. Why? Because it is about auditor's responsibility. See, EOMP is something in FS, OMP is other than those in FS. And are you following? If so, can we go to 3? 3333. Mr. Chitrang, the audit manager of BB and Associate CA, is seeking your guidance in drafting separate opinion on cash flow statement and other FS. You are going to give opinion on cash flow statement and other FS. Or which standard came to your mind? Very good. Can we have a bifurcation here? Here you are going to check a specific element or single FS. So, which essay will apply? Essay 805. At 805, there are 2 things. What are those 2 things? Like 800, general purpose and special purpose. 805, there are 2 things. Comparison. One is complete FS. Another is single FS or specific element. Specific element. or specific account. Now, can we have one more reply? Is it single financial or specific element here? Cash flow statement. Yeah, here it is single financial statements. Balance sheet only, P&L account only, cash flow only. Now, guide the audit manager regarding the appropriate option. An option where informing the opinion. Ada, can we read through and you say the answer? When auditor considered it necessary to express an adverse opinion or disclaimer of opinion on FS as a whole, auditor's report shall not include unmodified with respect to same AFRF on single FS or specific element. Now, what they are saying is, if you are going to give adverse or disclaimer of opinion in complete, then from complete only single is prepared. So single FS opinion should not be unmodified. It can be modified or it should be modified. But is it correct or is it incorrect? That a single FS is prepared from complete FS. If complete FS is adverse or disclaimer, meaning effect is dash. Can I have this word? The effect is what? Pervasive. If it is pervasive, completely affected. So you can't give what opinion? Unmodified opinion on what? Single FS. So this seems to be correct, but let's run through BCD. Makle, come on, life is a race, run. Expression of disclaimer of opinion regarding the results of operation cash flows where relevant. An unmodified opinion on financials are allowed. Is that allowed? In such case, auditor expressed disclaimer of opinion on FS as a whole and separate on cash flows. No, that will be like conflict. Now, expression of unmodified opinion on FS prepared as per AFRS and within the same report, an expression of adverse opinion on same financial is permissible. And again, it's incorrect. See, whenever you are going for adverse, where is adverse? It's pervasive. Adverse or disclaimer on specific matter does not limit auditor's responsibility to issue unmodified opinion. Now, can we issue unmodified opinion? Answer is no. So this is clearly answer A. So guys, so that was essay 805. First two questions was essay 800, special purpose framework. 805 is single FS or specific element, account or item. But if all clear, come on, give me a green signal by saying 4. Where is 4? Come on, fourth question. I will pause after completing this MCQ, okay? The company has violated the provisions of Companies Act. Company audit is not there. Then why are they asking Companies Act? Let's see. By not appointing the internal auditor. At a Companies Act, internal auditor. Any section came to your mind? 138. We have to study 138. 138. Can we revise? When a company has to form internal audit, 3 companies. As per section 138, read with which rules you know? Correct. Company Accounts Rules 2014. Now, first, listed entity. Second, which entity? Unlisted public entity having 4 conditions. Limit is easy, 25 crore, 50 crore, 100 crore, 200. Wow. What is on the other side? 25, 50, 100, 200. What's on the other side, guys? It is outstanding deposits, paid up capital, borrowings from bank outstanding, turnover. Now, private company, last two conditions. Private company, two conditions. Public company, four conditions. Is it and or is it or? The conditions of 4 and 2? Either of these conditions, so or. Right. So, coming back to the question, which of the following statement is likely to be the correct regarding appointment of internal auditor for the year? So, we are doing the audit of financial year 22-23. This limit has to be seen of which year? Is it 22-23 or previous year? Previous year means which year? In the example, in the question, it should be 21-22. So can we go in search? Where is the question? Enga pochu? Evda poi? Amrita Industries Private Limited. You saw that it's a private company. So how many conditions? Two conditions, 2 crore and 100 crore, turnover and borrowings. Which year should I take, column 1 or column 2? Which column should I take? It's column 2, right? 21-22. Turnover is 250, borrowing 75, paid up 25. Why to read down? Already it has exceeded the limit. So, internal auditor should be appointed. Internal auditor can be. Who can be appointed as internal auditor? CA, CMA, employees. Can a body corporate be appointed as internal auditor? Answer is internal auditor can be anyone. Okay, including employee. Now, Makla, can you guys read and say the answer, which is the right one? I will wait. The company was required to appoint the internal auditor during the year, as it is fulfilled the condition relating to 21-22. Such auditor can be either individual or partnership firm only. Makla, correct or incorrect? See, it can be even a body corporate. It can be even employee. Anyone. So since the word only it's there, no. Company was required to appoint internal auditor during the year, fulfill necessary conditions of borrowing during 22-23. Makla, is it correct? It should be of 21-22, no? Year is not proper. But they have correctly given this, individual, firm or body corporate. This was right, but year was wrong. And I hope you are following. The company was required to appoint internal auditor during the year because of the condition of 21-22. Such internal auditor can be individual, firm or body corporate. Seems to be right. D. It can be either an individual or firm. Body corporate can be also appointed. So answer is C. C. So that was changed from standards on auditing to company audit, internal audit, section 138. When you hear internal audit, something else came to your mind? Anything else? That's just to revise, nothing to do with this question. Essay 610 will come. Caro, which clause? Clause number 14, very good. For internal auditor, SIA, standards on internal auditing is applicable. That's right, clause 14. After this question, I will give you 2 minutes rest. Can we go to last question of this integrated MCQ? Okay. Mr. Anand, an audit executive has performed various procedures during the audit. Which of the following procedures or combinations of procedures are likely to be considered as RAP? Which of the procedures are considered as RAP? Okay, which essay came to your mind? Which is the standard? Essay 315. In 315, even the class notes you can see, 315 risk assessment procedure comprises of four things. First, you will inquire. Second, you can go and observe. Third, you will inspect. One more procedure, you can even do analytical procedure. They want which is not likely to be RAP. ഏതാണ് റാപ്പ് അല്ലാത്തത്, which is not RAP? Can you say which is not RAP? Trend analysis. Hey guys, trend analysis is a part of which procedure? Trend analysis is a part of analytical. So it is RAP. Enquiry. It is again risk assessment. Again enquiry, risk assessment. Communication with company's external counsel. The risk assessment procedure comprises of something inside the company inquiring the pure person. Here they are communicating with person outside. So this is not risk assessment procedure. So answer is C. So that was related to essay 315. 315. Identifying and assessing risk of material misstatement through understanding the entity and its environment. 315 has a twinning essay. One more standard is there. Siamese. 330. 315 you'll perform RAP. 330 you perform FAP. 330 we will respond to reduce the risk to an acceptable level. How was it? MCQ? Was it okay? Now you can take rest for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, second part, after this question, RTP, I think 3 questions. 1, 2, 3. These 3 questions are individual. I mean, MCQ only, independent MCQs. So take rest, then we will proceed to independent MCQs. Okay. So once your rest is over, let me know by saying a green signal. Green signal. Put ready, no? Ready, 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 ready. Once you are ready, come on, put ready. R. Okay. So, can we continue? Yes. So, 1 second. Okay. The 6th question, it's similar question is there in ICI's study material, similar question. Okay, just read the question and let me know which chapter is it. Okay. Safe Health Insurance Limited is a company working in the field of health insurance sector. It is now using a claim management system where company incoming claims can be immediately identified on the website itself. A form is issued to the customer who signs it. The details are verified by the system against data presented in it. Such system allows faster data processing, error-free validation, increase customer satisfaction. Eda, this is digital audit. In digital audit, we learned about some tools like emerging technology. In emerging technology, can we have a revision of that? Can you say few tools in emerging technologies, guys? Can we have a revision of that topic? Okay. Now, someone is saying artificial intelligence. Now, what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence means it is replacing the humans. Okay, using some kind of um, integration, etc. It replaces the human algorithm using algorithms. Now we have IoT. IoT means Internet of Things. IoT is Internet of Things that connecting to the devices. Then you have what is that? RPA. What is RPA? Robotic process. Here all these wordings are there. RPA means robotic process automation, where human monotonous repeated processes replaced by systems, regular processes. Then you have this one, blockchain, where that ledger is being created. And one more thing is there, NFT, non-fungible tokens, like through images, paintings, etc. So, in respect of the situation regarding insurance company, which of the following technology is used? Customer will give, they will sign and give. It is replacing the customers. It's automation, like you have in the WhatsApp, many sites are using, no? So answer is robotic process automation. Yeah, chatbot, something like that. And one suggestion is there, digital audit is a chapter in which there is a lot of, technological terms are there, lot of IT related terms, but at the same time, it's easy chapter. Okay. Easy in the sense, if some MCQ like this it is asked, it is very easy to score the marks. Those people have studied the chapter, you can reply to the others. So don't omit the chapter. Kindly learn at least in a way that you should be able to answer if any MCQ is asked. Okay, don't leave it. Okay, Rahul. At a 7, second last question. With that, MCQ is done and done. Bansal Arora and Co. CA firm is currently performing the audit of Wool Limited, a sizable manufacturing company. Mr. Bhavesh Bansal, an experienced audit engagement partner, holds the responsibility of ensuring the audit engagement aligns with the standard, adherence with regulatory requirement, complies with legal obligation. His duty encompasses overall supervision, direction, issuance of report. While conducting the audit, team encounters a complex issue pertaining to the valuation of inventory. There is differences of opinion how to address the matters, resulting in contentious situation. But first of all, can you identify which topic related question is it? They are saying about firms' policies and procedure for resolving differences. Something related to SA 220 or SQC1. 220 SQC1, which is our chapter number 1 in the material. Now, let me clarify two things there. Many of you might know, but still. If there is a differences of opinion between engagement partner and one more person, engagement quality control reviewer, how it will be solved? For listed company, engagement quality reviewer should be appointed. So if there is a differences of opinion between these two, how it will be solved? As per firms, policies and procedures. Now, if there is any difficult, confusion matters, this word contentious means issue. In such case, we will seek the consultation of whom? Expert. If there is a differences of opinion, we will go as per policies and procedure. If there is some difficulty or contentious task, we will seek experts consultation. Now, can you say which is the correct option here? Because here they are saying differences of opinion is there. How to deal with this matter? Differences of opinion is not among engagement partner and engagement quality control reviewer. Here differences of opinion is how to deal this matter. So which is the correct option? They have to go by firm's policies and procedure, secure management representation, appropriate consultation should be done, communicate the issue to client's management for resolution. Here they are not saying about EQCR. Engagement quality control reviewer, they are not saying. So answer is C. They should go for outside consultation. So that was chapter number 1. See the variety, The previous question was chapter 11, digital audit. This is chapter number 1, quality control. But can we have a revision of that? Quality control. There are 4 mechanisms. What are the 4 mechanisms for quality control? Guys, 4 mechanisms for quality control. First, you have peer review board. Then you have quality review board. Then you have NFRA under section 132. On top of that, you have SA 220 and SQC1. Last question in MCQ. Alexa, Private Limited has been operating in India for 15 years within 3 group company. When you hear group company, you can read remaining question. Which chapter will you be reminded? CFS audit, which is chapter number 13 in ICA material. 1 subsidiary in India, 2 in Singapore, other 2 in Singapore and Germany. The acquisitions of these subsidiaries were gradual with control obtained after initial investment. The auditors have determined that all group companies are significant for the audit of CFS. For the year ended 31st March, the audited FS of all companies are available except German, whose audit has been delayed, won't be completed before the release date of CFS of parent. You remember consolidated financials, reporting requirements. There are 5 cases. Parent auditor is also the auditor of component. Second, parent auditor is not the auditor of component. Third, accounting framework different. Auditing framework different. Component is unaudited. Very good. Which case is it? Out of those 1 to 5 cases which we learnt in reporting requirement, which case is it? Component is unaudited. So without even reading the option, can you say as if it was a descriptive question, what will auditor do? Auditor of CFS. He will dash the opinion. He will modify the opinion as per SA 705. Rahul, 705. So which is the answer? Come on guys, answer. Answer is B. Exclude the financial. How to exclude? Other matter para, it's not possible. It's only for documentation. No. If one component is unaudited, you have to modify it. Analyze the impact. We have learned a sentence, no? Whenever 705 comes, auditor shall analyze the impact on his opinion in accordance with SA 705. How was it? Are we clear with this? And it's already there in Joseph in YouTube, it's streaming. It should be there. Okay. So, Blare, with that, smile. Why so much of muscle? Smile. Life is short. Why are you so serious? Oh, smile here. With that, we have completed the MCQ part. 30 marks part. So for a change, can we start the descriptive after 1 minute rest only? Can we start the descriptive with your favorite lovable topic? Which is your lovable topic? No love. Essay? Okay, let me see. Which is your lovable topic? Come on, let me see. People are saying essay is your lovable topic. Yeah, I was love everything. Very good. Good attitude. So guys, I meant we'll start with PE. When we finish off PE itself, 2 questions will be over. See, from question number 9 to, I think till question 20 is there in RTP. No? 9 to 20. In that 2 questions are direct. Let's not waste time on that. Rest questions we'll discuss. I think out of that 2 questions are professional ethics. We'll finish off that first. Is that okay? Okay. So take rest for 1 minute and give me ready. 2 questions. Let me scroll. Come on. One more, half minute more. After that, give me ready. Okay. Tada, I want to say something. Will you guys misunderstand? Will you guys misunderstand? No? Are you sure? Hamso, can you just go back to your cage? Okay. So guys, professional ethics, how many clauses are there? 34 clauses. I just wanted to know one thing from you. Okay, just one thing from you. Just the keyword of 34 clauses. Come on, start. I'm here to help you out. Come on, guys. Life is a race. Run here. 34 clauses keyword. Wait, I will start. You guys, MCQ. First schedule, part 1, clause 1. First, allows. Clause 2, pays. Clause 3, accepts. Clause 4, partnership. Clause 5, secures. Clause 6, solicits. Clause 7, advertises or professional attainment. Clause 8, communication. Clause 9, without ascertaining 139 and 140. Clause 10, percentage or contingent upon findings. Clause 11, engages in any business or occupation. And clause 12, fines. Part 1. Now going to part 2. C is in service. 2 clause. Clause 1, pay, and clause 2, accepts. Part 3. 3 clauses. 1, not being a fellow, acts as a fellow. 2, for those 6 body, you are not supplying, do not supply information, do not comply, not supplying. Clause 3. Supplying false information in response to clause 6 and 7 of part 1. Very good. Now jump to part 4. Part 4, no, 2 clauses are there. First one. Civil or criminal for an imprisonment not exceeding. Not exceeding, allada? Not less than or not exceeding? Not exceeding up to 6 months. Yeah. And bringing disrepute. That is clause 2. So first schedule is over, which comes under BOD. Not Board of Directors. Come on, BOD means Board of Discipline. Now second schedule, graver misconduct, which comes under Disciplinary Committee. How many parts are there? 3 parts. Who does not have a separate part here? Arkilla. Who does not have? Yarkilla. Service. It's clubbed with general. Part 1. Come on guys, start. Clause 1. Disclosure. Clause 2. Certifies without examination. Clause 3. Estimated earnings contingent upon future transaction. Clause 4. Substantial interest. Very good. Clause 5 and 6. Let's say that together. Both knowingly gives a fact, fails to report, fail to disclose. What's the difference? Not in FS. Clause 6 is something appearing in FS. Okay. 7. Clause 7. Guys, you can jump. Clause 7. Does not exercise due care, grossly negligent. 8. Fails to obtain sufficient info to negate the opinion. Okay. Clause 9. Failed to invite attention to material departure from generally accepted procedure of audit. And 10. Makle, 10. 10 is fails to put the money in the separate banking account or use it within a reasonable time for the said purposes. Okay, very good. Then this is part 1, no? Now next is part 2. Part 2 is general. 4 clauses. 1. Very famous. How many times this clause has been applicable? Contravenes the provision of Act, regulation, guidelines. Then 2. Discloses. Okay. While you are in service, employer information. 3. Gives information knowing to be false. And 4. Defalcates or embezzles. And 5. Not 5. Part 3. It is criminal or civil for a term exceeding 6 months. Defalcates or embezzles. And 5.
What was
it? 5. Part 3. It is criminal or surprise.
Wow.
Civil for a term exceeding 6 months. Seriously, I didn't expect defalcates or embezzles.
Reply
and
up.
5.
What was
it? Part 3. It is
like this. You replied
criminal
everything.
surprise. I was not even
the
for a
next part.
term exceeding
Couldn't
6
catch
months.
it.
Okay. So
Seriously,
let
I
me say
didn't
something.
expect
All
all
these will be like
defalcates
a
or
embezzles.
reply
And
up.
5.
What was
not
it?
5. Now is it okay? Is it okay now? Okay. Thank you. I was checking whether you guys are listening. That's it. Okay. 19. Come on. 19. Comment on the following with reference to the provisions of C Act. Now all this will be like a piece of cake. Easily you'll say. CA Pankaj accepted professional work acting as a valuer under direct taxes. He charges fees on a percentage of property valued. Makle clause please. Clause 10 part 1 first schedule. Guilty, not guilty. Valuer under direct access, as per the regulations, you can accept, it is exempt. So it is not guilty. CA Anita joined as an audit executive in a CA firm on April 1st. Despite receiving multiple reminders from ICI, she had failed to respond with her appointment date and submit the membership certificate. But ICI is your amma. You have to give whatever it is called for. Neenu? It fails to comply or fails to provide the information called for. Clause 2, Part 3, first schedule. Guilty. Okay. Mr. Johnny, a CA, was invited to a seminar on bank audits to give representation on the process of conducting such audit. During his representation, he provided the example of client's experience, shared significant information about client's intention of aid in understanding the topic. Above situation, does it have any implication in ethics? Very good. Since they have asked only implication in professional ethics, you can just write it as clause 1, part 1, second schedule, guilty. Actually, there are certain essays here, like essay 230, documentation should be kept confidential, 200, ethical requirements. All these, they have not given in the solution. You know why? Because they have asked only question, implication related to PE. So you also don't write. And I hope you guys know, since this is a descriptive question, each of these questions will be either 4 marks or 5 marks. Mostly, I think 4. How will you present for the exam? But I think you know, start with a heading. Okay, any heading would do. For this question, what heading you will write? Percentage of fees. One heading, any heading. Then you either start with fact or you can start with provision. Anything is fine. You are starting with provision. If provision, as per clause 10, part 1 of first schedule of CA Act, then you will explain. Then you will add, as per council regulation, explain. This is the first part. Then in the second part, you will write the fact in the given case. That's just miniature of the question. Then you will write the conclusion. Therefore, CA Pankaj is not guilty. Then with the same pen itself, highlight the clause number, conclusion, not guilty. Okay, are we clear? So, question 19 is over. 20. He didn't mention client's name, but shared significant information of client. That's equivalent to disclosing the information, no? It's wrong. That his significant information is being shared, so it's wrong. Financial information is sensitive, no. CA Tanya, the auditor of KBC Private Limited, has delegated the following works to his articles and staff. Issue of audit queries during the course of audit. Wait, which clause is it? Clause, please. Delegation 12.1.1. Certain delegation is allowed as per the counselor. Audit queries, cash verification, forwarding of observation, acknowledgement, signing of financial. out of these 1 to 5, are all allowed or anything issue? 1 to 4 are allowed, whereas 5 is not allowed. But if he can find the financial, why then CA? The only issue is this. Anyway, answer is guilty. So, for the exam, you should specifically write in the above scenario, 1 to 4 are allowed. However, for the last, signing of financials are not allowed. Therefore, CA Tanya is guilty. That should be specific. Don't simply write guilty. Why guilty? You should specify. 1 to 4 is allowed. You should be. Whenever I've seen paper, I mean, those students who are claiming like they didn't get the mark as expected, two mistakes I've seen. First mistake is their answer is very general. They are not writing specifically. This happens mainly with respect to essay. PE is fine. Second is their answer is not like sufficient. They'll write guilty. Explanation is not complete. So keep these two things in your mind. One, you should write specific. Second, when you write, you have to elaborate. And a clause as such, it's better to reproduce. You know why? Because the CA acta. So act words you can't change, right? Act is something which has to be there as such. Ninu, that section is there, but here it is just acting as per professional ethics, guidelines. So I think only clause 12.1, clause 12, part 1 first schedule would do. If you want, you can just quote it. In the RTP, they have not given. They have just elaborated 12.1.1. Maklai, come on. MCQ is over. Professional ethics question is over. Now, take rest. 2 minutes. With that, we will go to next slot. We are going slot by slot. So take rest for 2 minutes. Then let's bash to the next group of questions. Hello, all there? Undo. Irukengla. Okay. So how is the tension? In the tension, you said not to ask about studies. Now I will ask you about tension. Okay. Now how is the tension level? Reply to that. Okay. Calm and cool. You can say about your own thing. Those who are on YouTube, I've just seen your reply. You can put your reply there. Okay. I've just seen your chat also on YouTube. Sandosh, sit straight. Okay. That's right. See, little bit of tension at this point of time is good only. But same time, if you are so tensed, it will eat your time. Eat means endavariya. Half of your time will go thinking of tension. And especially this time exam was like students had thought, first they thought exam will be postponed. Then announcement came, then again postponed, that was there. But you can't blame anyone, Pillar, in that. From the very beginning, when December, January, not December, January, even before that, election, ma'am, how the exam is, from then we were saying Study as if it is May. If it is postponed, okay. Now, past is past. There is no point in digging up. But still, I'm saying, still there is few days with you. Few days and a toe. You have 20 days with you. 20 days means those last days studies, that's the most effective thing. Okay. So do it properly. Don't waste even a single day here on. Keto, did you hear? Ketengla, did you hear that? So with that, can we start? I know. No, I've stopped. Don't worry. So can we go back to first question in descriptive? Okay. Yeah. Where is that? Eda, I think I've already told you some checklist in the classes. For those who have attended, they know. Others, for the question in ICI syllabus, now it needs huge amount of application. So first you have got a question. See, here there is a big question. Huh? Okay, half page question is there. Now you will read this question. Now ignore the chapter name. Huh? Don't look at chapter name. Okay, don't look at chapter name. Ignore chapter name for the time being. In the exam hall, you will think, is it relating to essay or is it other than essay? Maklai, I'm just saying one checklist which I found useful. If you feel useful, you can apply. Is it relating to essay or other than essay? You think. If it is essay, you think which essay? Maklai, first you think, is it essay or other than essay? Okay. If it is essay, you think which essay is it? Okay, you got that essay. In that essay, which part they are asking? If it is essay 250, which part of essay 250? Elaborate it and conclude it. Did you understand what I meant? First, identify the chapter or identify the essay. In that particular essay, which heading they wanted? They wanted factors or they wanted indicators or they wanted reporting or they wanted the procedure, what they wanted. Then elaborate that only. Don't beat around the bush. Then what will you do? Then link it to the case study and finally you will conclude. Right? So can we just follow that approach for just one question and see whether it is working here? Just one. Okay. I think screen is closed. 1 minute. I will reopen. Kanmani, unborder, Kadalan. Which question? Descriptive, no? In that first question, right? Okay. Question number 9. Thank you, Prema. Okay. Bah, come on. While conducting the audit of quantum mechanics company, Mr. Manoj, the audit manager, identified significant payments made by the company for legal and retainership fees related to litigation. The litigation pertained to the Tirunelveli manufacturing plant situated on forest land preserved for elephant corridor, which was declared illegally constructed. Makla, I know you guys have fallen prey for that litigation. The illegal construction, retainership fees. And have you heard this wording somewhere else? Excessive payment towards legal fees. It is essay 250. In essay 250, Aparna, essay 250, indicators of non-compliance. Indicators of non-compliance. Okay, Aparna. Okay, of course, litigation is there in SA 501. But Pillare, in 501, you guys are not going to do all these things. 501, you are only checking whether litigation is complete or not, nothing else. So whenever you see litigation, don't fall prey for 501. Why 501? You are only checking whether it is complete or incomplete. So it's not 501. Okay. The company had received a notice to decommission the plant by 31st May 22, but it has challenged the decommissioning order in High Court and matter is still pending. Company has not disclosed any information to the litigation in FS during the year 22-23. Larry, what is your comment on this? This is challenged in the High Court and this is not disclosed. Here, 501. Okay. See, here, whenever there is a pending litigation, it should have been properly. Pillare, come on. Whenever there is a pending litigation, it should have been. We learned something called as NOCLER also. It should have been properly disclosed. If it is not disclosed, what auditor will do? He will modify the opinion. Now, what opinion he will give? Either qualified or adverse, depending upon pervasive. Tirunelveli plant accounted 75% of company's annual production, and audit team expressed concerns that decommission would significantly disrupt the operation and lead to bankruptcy. Anything else came to your mind now? Very good. 570. What? Material uncertainty on going concern. Can we call these as an events or condition? MUSDGC. Material uncertainty that may cast a significant doubt on going concern. It's an indicator. Now, the audit was near to the completion when Mr. Manoj sought advice from the partner, Mr. Allab. On this matter, he suggested that no immediate action was necessary from auditor as the matter was pending. Makla, is it valid or invalid? There is an uncertainty. They have not disclosed, so auditor should modify the report if they have not disclosed. However, Manoj feels that it's invalid. Requires action on the part. Comment with respect to applicable standards. Eda, I forgot to say that first you should start reading from the last. First you should start reading from the last in the exam. You know why? When you read this, you will get, okay, this is essay question. How many essays became applicable here, Pillare? Basically 3 essays. 570 going, no, actually we started with 250. 250 non-compliance, 570. Finally, modify the opinion, 705, adverse opinion. Did you understand it? You want to see 1 or 2 answers key? Every answers I'm not showing you the key because it will take much time. Okay. So 1 or 2 questions I'll show the key. Here they have not started with the heading, but I wanted you to start with the heading in the exam. Just see the key, RTP key. And RTP key is big. See this much for 5 marks. I don't know whether it's possible. At least 3/4 of the same. In accordance with SA 250, considerations of law, non-compliance having material effect in financial has not been disclosed. Auditor shall modify the opinion. Express, qualify or adverse. Didn't we say this? 250. Now, this is entirely the given case. The given case. But one thing they have said, it has a pervasive effect in FS. Why? 75%. Now, in the next paragraph, they have said, as per SA 570, going concern. It's the example of what events and conditions that may cast a significant doubt. Hence, auditor should again express qualified or adverse as per SA 705. Here, non-disclosure is material and pervasive. Therefore, we should express which opinion? Adverse opinion. But your writing should be little elaborate. Elaborate means like like it should be in full sentences. Pervasive, situation, seems to be proper, as per space and not five. Is question number 9 clear? If so, can you say 10? Come on, come on, come on. Manikuti is ticking. Timer is going. Come on. Already 1.5 hours. Oh. Next one. You are appointed as the statutory auditor of Supreme Limited. Don't look at chapter name, Gato. How to hide it? No, Kiko. You are appointed as the statutory auditor of Supreme Limited and in the midst of conducting annual audit for the year ending 31st March. During the course of audit, you come across the situation involving recording of purchases of 150 crore from the company incorporated on 18th March. Upon further inquiry, you discover that purchases has been booked at the instances of one of the directors. Further, despite this entry, no payment has been made and there is lack of documentary evidence validating the purchases. How would you deal? But this is a very simple question. Very simple question. Very good. This is SA 240 fraud. How many types of fraud are there? 2 types. Fraudulent financial reporting, misappropriation of asset. In fraudulent financial reporting, there is an example of fictitious journal entry. Don't you think it is an example of fictitious journal entry? So here, auditor will try to assess the risk. If unable to continue the engagement, auditor can, come on, withdraw. When you hear the word withdraw, 2 things. You will communicate and determine legal requirement. Is there anything else you want to add it other than SA 240? It's an example of fraud, fictitious journal entry, so auditor will analyze. Very good. Here you will add 143.12. Okay, 143.12 is there. Read with the car, company auditors rules. Reporting to central government. Here, amount is exceeding 1 crore, right? So ADT. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one you want? Yeah, ADT 4. Anything else? Caro. Clause number 11. So the answer has 4 parts. First, elaborate SA 240. Then you will say, if unable to continue, withdraw. Then you link it with 143.12 and you will also link it with Caro. Are we clear with respect to that? Yeah, whenever fraud comes, 143.12 and Caro also, generally it will come. Did I hear the answer? SA 240, auditor's responsibility. Whenever you write SA, write the name itself. Yeah? Emphasize penetrating of overriding the control. Then, fictitious journal entries to manipulate the situation. In the given situation, these fictitious journal entries, exceptional circumstances, ability to continue, the auditor may withdraw. Now they have written 143.12, red with the car. Finally, Caro, clause 11. Did you see next one answer? That was simple. Makle, why your eyes is going only to the next answers? Oh, not your fault. Even if I was in your place, I would look like that only. Allenino, what is this? Guys, professional skepticism. Ido. Eda, can you guys come back to business? After this question, I will give you 2 minutes rest. Can we go to question 11? Makle, if all clear, can I have a reply from you by saying question 11? Okay. Next one. While assessing the impact of uncorrected misstatements in the audit of what? Manhattan Construction Private Limited, Mr. Sushil encountered a significant issue relating to calculation of materiality on sales. Which essay is it? Uncorrected misstatements, identification, uncorrected misstatements, essay 450. You remember essay 450? I will give you a recap after we finish this week. Materiality. Materiality. Essay. India wants to know. 320. The initial materiality calculation was based on estimated figures provided by the management. Notably, during the estimation of full year sales, the management extrapolated from the actual amount of 11 months. Maklai, listen carefully, otherwise this question you won't understand. To derive 12 months of sales. However, given the nature of the constructions as a company in the construction sector where monthly sales exhibit substantial verification, unique challenge emerged. Now, what happened in the first para? Auditor was assessing materiality while seeing uncorrected misstatement as per essay 450. So as per essay 320, auditor has already fixed the initial materiality. Can we call materiality of FS? He has already fixed the materiality XX amount. Now business varies. Okay. Whenever business varies, can we revise the materiality? Is that okay? Yes, you can revise the materiality. Now, the actual sales for the month deviated significantly from the estimated sales due to unforeseen increase in the stamp duty rates imposed by the government in that region. As a result, last month's actual sales represented only 25% of estimated sales. So materiality should be increased or materiality should be decreased? From reading of this, originally we have fixed XX. Now the materiality should be, sales was not even, yeah. The materiality should be, Rahul, the only 25% of estimated sales. So it should be decreased. Now Sushil is confronted with the dilemma regarding the appropriate approach to evaluate the uncorrected misstatement using previously calculated materiality. Now, guide with respect to relevant standards. See, here two standards will come into play. Already you guys have said how these two will come. And in essay 450, you remember last part of essay 250 requirements? There are 7 points. You can see your book. First, accumulate the identified misstatements. Once accumulated, how it affects the audit progress. You may see its impact on the materiality. You remember all these things? Yes, no? So here, there has been changes in, changes in circumstances or new information or new events or conditions occurred. Can auditor revise the materiality? Okay. Yes, no. Can the auditor revise the materiality? Answer is yes. Auditor can reassess the materiality. There is something called as performance materiality. Does he need to change that also? Once the actual materiality is changed, do we need to revise the performance materiality also? The materiality can be either individually or in aggregate. Individual materiality was XXX. Performance materiality is something below actual materiality. Aggregate only. If we change individual materiality, don't we need to revise performance materiality also? Answer is yes. The auditor must reconsider and revise which materiality also? Performance materiality also. Nada, can you give me a reply whether you understood the explanation? I will show the key in ICAI RTP. Understood, Engil, put you. Just read Pillare, I will highlight. As per essay 450, evaluation of misstatement, auditor has to reassess the materiality as per 320. Determination of materiality. Okay, has to be done in case of uncorrected misstatements has been identified. We use this word. As the audit progresses, we have to revise the materiality. When revision is mainly based on auditor's awareness of new information, etc. Now, if auditor wants to reassess to a lower amount, auditor must also reconsider which materiality. Auditor must also reconsider which materiality? Performance materiality. Did you know performance materiality? Assume you have fixed 1 lakh as materiality. Performance materiality will be somewhere below 1 lakh. Once you revise 1 lakh to say 50,000, performance materiality should be also revised. So in the case, both materiality as well as performance materiality should have been revised from the previously calculated amount. Okay. So in this question, mainly essay 450 and 320. Even though 450 is there, main is essay 320. Makle, are we all connected? Are we all there? Hi. Hi. Come on, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 7 questions. In that 2 questions, I won't discuss. I'll just say Rafa. Direct. 5 questions only. If 5 questions, with that we'll say Tata. Come on, guys. Motivate me. No, say something. Come on. Oh. Go here. He's asking me to go. Where go? നല്ല കുട്ടിയല്ലേ എന്നോ? അല്ല അല്ല എങ്കിൽ എന്നെ പണ്ണുവേ വേണ്ട. Life is a race. Run, 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 run. Okay, Makla, I'm running. Brown Enterprises Limited has huge funds locked up in trade receivables standing at around 100 crores as on 31st December 23. The management of the company wants to evaluate validity of trade payables to ensure reliability of financial reporting at the year end. The accounts department has provided a list of trade receivables to the management containing about 1,000 names, their balances, contact, communication details spread in different parts of the country. Company's management has requested CA Karuna to take up this assignment and prepare a report for management in accordance with standards. Despite not being the auditor, she accepts the engagement. Now, which standard came to your mind? Is she going to do the audit? Rahul, is she going to do the audit? No. Just want to evaluate validity of trade payables and they want a factual findings. Factual findings. Here you are only looking on a subject matter. What is the subject matter here? Trade receivables. Trade receivables or payables? Trade receivables is the subject matter. On the subject matter, you are going to do specified procedure. And you are going to give the report of factual finding. And you are not the auditor of the entity also. So which standard will apply? It is specific item. It is specific item. It is either SA 805 or SRS 4400. May I know which is the one? Here it is not the auditor. Here only factual finding. So SRS 4400 agreed upon procedure. Many times we have repeated when a specific item comes, it is either SRS 4400 or SA 805. Here it is not SA 805. Why? Because you are not doing the audit. So SRS 4400, do we need to comply with ethical requirements? Tinta, ethical requirement. Yes. Do we need to be independent? Answer is no. So, by explaining the nature of engagement above, discuss whether it is appropriate for her to accept such engagement. Can she accept such an engagement? Answer is yes. Here you will explain SRS 4400. Agreed upon procedure. Even though it is not the auditor, you can accept the engagement, right? Agreed upon procedure. While reporting, what are the precautions to be taken by her so that readers will not misunderstand the scope? But this was a tricky thing. Many students do message me and ask like in the Bria, ma'am, SRS, SC, SRE all has separate reporting requirements. Okay, do we need to study all? To my knowledge, yes, go in the flow. If you take SRS 4400, one of the easy standard, in that particular standard, what they say is, there are few things which we report. Towards the end, there are 3 or 4 things which we say. We have conducted only specified procedure. Only specified procedure. Only on a subject matter. This is not an audit nor, come on, this is not an audit nor review. Then we say, we are not expressing any. We are not expressing any opinion. And this is only for limited distribution restriction. That don't we say all these things in our report? We have done only specified procedure, only on this specified matter. This is not an audit nor review. We are not expressing an opinion. This is for a particular purpose. Isn't it all these things, precautions which we are stating? Answer is yes. Wait, I will show you the answer. In the above situation, it is agreed upon procedure, engaged to give report on factual findings on the based on specified procedure on subject matter. Take up the engagement. It is SRS 4400. Need not be necessarily auditor, therefore she can accept. First part is simple. Second part, we said, we have not done any audit or review. We have only performed procedures restricted only for so and so purpose. We have not done opinion on the entire. All these are contents of the reporting under SRS 4400. Lare, Anango, come on, are you guys there? Nino. How many SRS are there in total? 2. What is the next SRS? I forgot the, 4400. Can we take 2 minutes on that? What is 4410? It is compilation engagement. In compilation engagement, you are called as the practitioner. What are you doing? You are going to use your accounting and financial expertise to assess the management in compiling the financial as per AFRF. And you will give your compilation report. There also you have separate reporting requirements. Okay, is it okay? Ethical requirements. In all the standard SA, SRE, SRS, you have to follow ethical requirements. Only in SRS, independence is not required. Why? Because you are not giving assurance. Come on, guys. Let's bash. Okay. 13. You want 1 minute rest? No. Then you can take 1 minute rest and then say 13. I will wait. Ninu, you're unstoppable. Manslai. Tinta. Tinta is like. Others, dinner time? Da? What's happening there? Dinner? Rudran. Sollu, Rudran. What is in your hand, Rudran? Come on. Prema. What is in your hand? Book? Audit book? I'm keeping my mouth so controlled not to talk anything else. RTP book. Wow. Guys, why no talk? Prema, really serious because RTP discussion, no? So after that, we'll talk. Come on. Unstoppables, right? We are unstoppables. Porsche without brake. RTP without brake. Come on. Hey, Porsche without brake. We are RTP without brake. Hi. How is it? How's that, guys? Wow. Can we proceed? And now don't troll on that, Kato. Yo. Now don't troll on that. Now start with it. Star Limited has outsourced its payroll processing functions to a service organization. When you hear the service organization, two standard will come to your mind. There are two standard. One is SA 402 and SAE 3402. I add one E and 3. Wow. 402 3402 SAE. Wow. Little Solutions Private Limited. India wants to know who is Star and who is Little Private Solution. Star is the user entity. Little Solutions is the service organization. Little Solution Private Limited is responsible for accurate preparation of payroll, timely remittance of statutory dues to the government authorities on behalf of company. Little Solution Private Limited's controls related to timely remittance of payroll are relevant to the company's late remittance would result in interest penalty resulting in liability. The auditors of Star Limited wants to be sure about description, design, operating effectiveness of control. Which type of report? Description, design, and operating effectiveness. This is essay for not. Which type of report I asked? Okay. Type of report is type 2. Now, for auditors of Star Limited, which standard is applicable? 402. Now, when Little Solution gives this report, auditors of service organization have to follow 3402. For those who have attended the classes, they know. Before we start this standard, we have set some keywords. You remember? 3402. System. Can I have the keywords list? System, control, control objective. Has been designed or described. Operating effectively. On this, which auditor, service organization auditor is going to give which assurance? Reasonable assurance. This is type 2 report. Now, can we go to the question? Why the auditors of Star Limited require an assurance report from auditors of Little Solution Private Limited? Why Star Limited auditor require report from them? Now I want to know, in the examination hall, what will you write? India wants to know, what is the answer you are going to write in the examination hall? Why auditors of Star Limited require assurance report from the auditors? Star Limited means user entity. Why auditors of user entity wants to know? To know about controls at SO, controls at SO, controls at SO. Okay, that's just one sentence, no? But that's just one sentence. I want 2 to 3 sentences to write. Very good. Ada, it's not reporting. Very good, Maria. Here, you remember SA 402's objective, Maklai? Auditor should obtain understanding about nature and significance of services provided by SO. To understand that. Then, to identify and assess ROMM. If there is ROMM, auditor should design the procedures. To do all these things, you should obtain understanding about the controls also. So here you are supposed to elaborate the objective also. Okay, I have given you a checklist. Which standard? 402. In that standard, which heading to elaborate? It is objective. Did you understand it? Which type of report should be provided? That is very easy. Very easy. That is type 2. Now, type 2 report, we have already said, so I'm not repeating. This is type 2 report. Entire keyword you should write. Entire keyword you should write. System, control, control objective, describe, design, operating effectiveness. Service organization auditor will give reasonable assurance whether it is operating throughout the period. State matters on which opinion to be provided by auditors of little solution. Okay, what is that? Matters means it is mainly design, description, operating, effectiveness. So if you want to see the key, I will show. Wait, which question is it? 13, no? 13th Allah. Yeah. See, objective to obtain understanding of nature and significance of services. Then the effect of control, identify and assess ROMM. Take our class notes or our material and see, isn't this the objective of essay 402? That's why I said students will identify the essay, but their answer will be more general. They won't identify which heading of the essay to write. Makakku manasilayo? That's why you are not getting the mark as expected. So think twice. Based on this, design and perform the procedures. Then, as per SAE 3402, type 1 and type 2 report is there. Type 2 report is about design, description, operating effectiveness, about control. Then these are those 3 points. Whether those 3 points, control objective, control system, are properly designed, operated throughout the specified period based on the suitable criteria. You saw the keyword system, control, control objective. Whether it has been properly designed, described, operating effectiveness, suitable criteria throughout the specified period. What we will give a reasonable assurance. Understood? Come on, why so much of muscle? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. In that 14 and I think 18. Direct question only. So I'll just skip it and we'll go to 15, 16, 17 and finish off. Endana sisters, endana brothers, what's sis and bros? After you smile only I will proceed. Otherwise I won't proceed. Why? You should have all the fun. I will also have fun. Until and unless you guys laugh, I won't proceed. At least for me, you smile. Ida, you guys have traveled this far. You know, last leg of the race. You can see those 4 letters. Which 4 letters I'm saying? The other 4, PASS. So just jump and finish off the cross line. Imagine, no, result verumbam. The result comes and those screen, we never look at the mark. He won't allow me to finish. See, digital audit is the next question. So it's asking about blockchain technology. So that is direct question, so I'm not going into. Okay, there is no level of thinking over there. Okay. So can we go to bank audit, NBFC audit? It's actually NBFC, not it's actually bank, not NBFC. Either question in this question, partly outside academics, partly inside academics, partly full of logic. Logic means logical play. Let me see whether you guys will answer me correctly. Okay, we'll read the question. And I hope you guys know SMA and NPA. Can we have one round of revision of this? If you say please, we will revise, and otherwise we won't. Please, please, Nirbandhike. Come on, say please. Special mention account. How many type of SMA are there? How many type of SMA are there? We have SMA 0, SMA 1, SMA 2. What is SMA 0, SMA 1 and SMA 2? SMA 0 means overdue. And how many days to how many days? 0 to 30 days. When it becomes overdue? On the day end. Today is due. Today night it will become overdue. Bank in there. That's what I said. It's not even there in the material, I guess. Once bank processing closes, day end. Batch processing, day end. When the batch closes, it will become overdue. If today is the due date, today night, it will become overdue. Now, what is SMA 1, Pillare? 31 to 60 days overdue. What is SMA 2? 61 to, it's actually intertopic. 61 to 89 or 90 or 90. More than 90 is NPA. It's full of display here. Now read carefully, Gato. Very carefully you read. Otherwise, full of confusions will be there. It's day play. Day. PSG and associates are auditors of scheduled commercial bank. While evaluating the control over advances, it came to notice that classification of loan into SMA as well as NPA is done. That's what we discussed. In case of full dues are not received on a particular due date, a borrower account is immediately considered as overdue on the very next day. For example, if overdue loan is on 31st March and loan is not received on 31st, it is considered overdue on 1st April. Is it correct or incorrect? The 31st March is the due date. It is not received on 31st March. When it will be overdue? It's overdue only on 1st April or 31st March when the batch closes in the night. Answer is, it is on 31st March. By night when the batch closes. Everything is system driven. No, system driven. Batch processing, correct. When the batch processing happens, it becomes overdue. They have written 1st April. It's not 1st April. It's on Day end process. Batch closes. Day end process. If it is continues to remain overdue, then it is tagged as SMA1 on 1st May. When it becomes SMA1, on which day? 31st day. 31st day. Can you say which is the 31st day? Is it 30th April or 1st May? From 31st March. It's in SMA 0. From that, you have to take. So it's not on 1st May. It's on 30th of April. So it becomes SMA 1 from 30th of April. Very good, guys. Now hold on. If it continues further overdue, it becomes SMA 2 on 31st May. And SMA 2, when it becomes 61 days, meaning next 30 days. 30th April in the next 30 days. But after 30th April, next 30 days. When it becomes 30th May, okay, SMA 2. And are you following? I'm simply saying, are you guys following? Many are replying, others? Okay. Now, if it still remains, it will be termed as NP on 30th June. When NPA 90 days. Prema, I'll come back to you. After 30th May, again 30 days. And it's just the calculation. May has 31, no? 31 plus 29. So it will be 29th June. So is the control weak or proper in the bank? Control is weak. Eda, 1 day calculation is wrong. Prema, listen carefully. There is something called as day end process. Assume your loan is due today. You did not pay the loan today. Today, when the books closes, it will be treated as overdue and it will be treated as SMA. What they did, they are not classifying as SMA 0 on that day, only in the next day. That is wrong. In that day itself, it should have been treated as SMA 0. So, if it is due on 31st March, day end process, it should have been treated as SMA 0. So, is that clear? First part clear? Instead of 1st April, it should have been 31st March. From 31st March, take 30 days. Which day will be there? From 31st March, you have to take 30 days. Which day will come? 30th April. It will be treated as SMA 1. They gave it as 1st May. Again wrong. Correct. Yes. Then from 30th of April, again next 30 days it will be SMA 2. Which is the next 30 days from 30th of April? Come on, that's simple. From 30th of April, 30 days. 30th of May, they took it as 31st of May. Wrong. Next 30 days, everything is 30 days, 90 days. Again, 30 days from 30th of May. No. Tinta, it is 29. You know why? Because 31st May is there plus 29 days. So 29th of June. Can I have a reply whether you guys understood? And it's a very simple calculation of 30 days. Wait, I will show you ICA's answer. Then you guys will be more satisfied, I guess. Where is the answer? 15th? This is actually SMA is not there in final. It's there in inter syllabus. The design of control is not in accordance. If you want, you read and see. I've told you. We use this word, no? Day end processing. It shall be overdue 31st day end process 30th April. Then 29th June, 30th May. Now my kids will look into the next one's answer. I know. Rudran, un kannu angadana pochu. Pillare, come on. Only 2 more questions. With that, tata, bye-bye. Just 2 more questions. One PSU audit and one internal audit. Internal audit is very simple. I said I won't show you solution, but each answer, each question we were seeing the solution. Come on, guys. Take rest for half minute and say 16. Can we proceed? Let me see whether you will say. Controller and Auditor General. And whenever you hear C&DG, you will be reminded of this chapter only, PSU. Appointed Saha and Associate, a CA firm to conduct performance audits. Makla, you remember what are those 5 audits in PSU audit? Financial audit, proprietary audit, compliance audit, comprehensive audit. Which one? Financial audit, compliance audit, performance audit, proprietary audit, performance audit. Very good. Now in performance audit, we check economy, efficiency, effectiveness of operations, whether it is meeting the requirements, all those. Now you see, of Herbal Limited, a public sector undertaking of India, Government of India. The firm conducted the audit in a view to check all the expenses of unit are in conformity with public interest and accepted customs. The expenses are for the public. The audit reports submitted by the firm are rejected by C&DG. Give your opinion. Makle, whether expenses for the public, similar question is there, yeah. Whether the expenses for the public, not for a specific group, is it proprietary audit or is it financial audit or is it performance or is it compliance? Which audit? Proprietary. Whereas it is performance which they have done. So invalid. Here it is very simple. You will elaborate performance audit well. Then you will write about propriety and say conclude. Here it should have been propriety. Therefore, it is rejected by C&D. That was simple, Allah. But you should elaborate performance audit. Not showing the solution. Okay. You have to keep on revising. That's there. Last question. CA Sanjana has recently joined as CIA, Chief Internal Auditor of Upscale Limited, a listed company. Her subordinate staff in Internal Audit Department brings to her knowledge many prior audit issues highlighted in previous internal audit reports which are still open. Does she have any responsibility in this regard? And how should she proceed? It's very easy. There are 2 SIA which we learn, 370 and 390. As per SIA, Standards on Internal Audit 390, monitoring and reporting on prior period issue. we should obtain something called as action taken report, ATR. Who has to take the action? Management. We should obtain action taken report whether they have implemented the recommendation said in the previous quarter, whether they have implemented the corrective action. So here, it is basically the explanation of SIA 390 which is needed. So that was again another direct question regarding action taken report. So that's it. And one more question was there, that is regarding ESG, SDG. What is ESG and SDG? Sustainable Development Goals and environmental social governance. In that, the question was again direct question. They are asking what is the discuss the ESG reporting. ESG reporting is mainly environmental social governance. In environmental, what all you will report? Social and governance, which is direct. So except that blockchain question which was direct and ESG which was again direct, other questions in RTP with solutions we have done. Now guys, how was it? I said 2 hours, 15 minutes, I guess, right? 2 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes. I don't know how many minutes we took, whatever it is. So how was it? All good? Okay. So, we will meet again for another round of revision. So, keep in touch, I mean, for the revisions, and any issues, let me know. And what to say regarding the studies, you have to continue your studies, whatever is happening, you have to continue your studies, nothing should stop. Okay, so that's it guys. Anything, let me know.